Sapph out loud. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. It is me, Brian Sapph. Just here to blurt out about whatever it is I'm interested in at the moment. Thank you for tuning in once again. I really appreciate it. If you are a regular listener of the pod, then you know I took a little break. You know what I'm saying? This break seemed to be pretty I don't know what the word is. Frequent? No, I hope not. If you're a new listener, thank you so much for tuning in. I don't know how you got here, but I appreciate you getting here because welcome to the family. Make sure you, follow or whatever you got to do to make sure you get notifications whenever new episodes come out for the podcast because I do a terrible job at promoting. So you might miss it if your particular podcast streaming platform of your choice doesn't let you know. But if you paid attention to the title of this episode as well as the time, then you will see it is very short time wise and title wise. Introducing, I think I'm gonna call it Save Point. This is going to be a save point episode. On these episodes, obviously, they're going to be a lot smaller than what you would normally expect from me. But they're just going to be real quick check-ins with you guys. It's just like talk about things that have happened really fast and, just kind of get my thoughts out into the podcast so that I can move on to other topics and ideas and things like that. So we ain't even gonna worry about playing the music, as you can probably hear in the background. I got this some sexy songs for you playing. Shout out to Party Next Door and Drake. I'm really enjoying this album. A full review will be coming next. I'm actually like 90% done writing it out, getting my thoughts put down and all of that, making sure I'm digesting the music in the way that I like to. I've been sitting with the album since it came out and I'm enjoying it. I understand why people are not, and we'll talk about that when I get around to recording an episode and releasing it out to you guys so you can hear it. Well, outside of that though, since the last time I recorded, there's been a bunch of stuff that's happened. So I'll start with me specifically, right? I went back to DC. You know what I'm saying? If you've been following this podcast, for at least the last 7 months or so, then I just got back from DC in July, and I had such a good time. Blue and myself, we were like, you know what? Got to go back. And it just so happened that Valentine's Day weekend was the perfect time for us to go ahead and make our return to DC, which I learned that Virginia has this what's the word, slogan. They're like the city of lovers, I think, something like that. Either way, it's interesting. I saw that sign as I'm driving from the airport in Virginia. DC. Where's the airport? It's technically in Virginia. The Reagan Airport. Either way, that's beside the point. So yeah, the trip was dope. Just run through it real quick. Thursday, we landed in DMV area. Went to some dispensaries. Shout out to the DMV area for having recreational legalized there, something that my bitch ass home state could not get done this past voting season. But I guess 2026, I'm gonna have to try to vote yes again. I don't understand why we need 60% of the votes to be yes. I would think 51 is enough, which we had 59, 57, something like that. I don't know. It's just weird to me that 60% out of 100 need to say yes for something to be yes, when it's like just more than half is all we need. A little bit more than half of you niggas saying no is all we need for it to pass. But I don't make the laws. Clearly, look at the orange turd that is in the Oval Office, just scribbling away on these executive orders, most of which are evil and hateful, the rest pointless. This man just made or declare or proclaim, whatever the fuck the verbiage is, that March, oh my God, it's Women's History Month. Like, the only issue with that, because I support women, so I'm glad that he did that, because I support women. Women are the best things on this planet. He doesn't necessarily give that type of vibe, especially with all the policing and control him and his administration and his party is trying to pull. You know what I'm saying? The abortions and stuff like that, birth control and all this other bullshit. But then if you want to backtrack real quick, Women's History Month has been a thing for decades now. I don't know what made him and his team decide to slap it on one of these executive order binders and get one of these markers, wasting ink, paper, and all the rest to say some shit that's been happening for decades now. But here we are, moving along, because I done got sidetracked. All I want to say is I know damn well you guys need a lot of weed in the DMV area, especially right now today. So I'm just grateful and glad that you guys have it, because from what I hear from people who are actually on the ground in DC or the DMV area experiencing this Trump bullshit because they are government workers and stuff, it's a shit show. And it's really fucking things up. We'll see what happens after that, but clearly fascist pushing us into an oligarchy. So we'll see what happens. But hit the dispensary after we landed on Thursday. Went, checked in at the Airbnb, showered, freshened up, got dressed, headed down to the National Theater for a play, Jakarius Johnson's Games Women Play. Phenomenal. It was a good black ass time. I really, really enjoyed the play. You had, who's this? Jill Marie. What's her name? I can't remember her last name. But very, very dope play. I laughed, rolled my eyes a couple times, because the play was pushing some stuff that I'm like, come on, bro, we still with this kind of shit in 2025? But niggas, right? I can't really be mad. But the cast was amazing. We had Chico Bean, also known as Sway in the play. You have to watch it in order to understand why that's funny, but he did an amazing job. The nigga played two characters at one time. I thought it was phenomenal. Who else did I say? Jill Marie Jones, who you will probably remember, or I remember from Girlfriends, as Tony Childs. She's an amazing actress. I enjoy her. Carl Payne, who most notable as Cole from The Martin Show. Yeah, Flex Alexander, who's been in a bunch of stuff, but I was introduced to him through 101 on UPN. Shout out to UPN. Shout out to the niggas who know about UPN, because they did us dirty real early, took it away as soon as we got popping, and then shit, it pushed everything to the white channel, WB, and then they phased that out. I'm still mad about that, I must say. Who else was in this? Demetria McKinney, who I believe is a singer, first and foremost. I could be wrong. Brian J. White, who you see him in a bunch of stuff, usually playing an asshole, but that's not anything or any reflection of him. He's a good actor. Claudia Jordan, I think her fame mostly comes from reality TV at this point. I know she got the talk show over on the Fox Soul platform, so that's dope. And then, like I said, Chico Bean, my boy from Wildin' Out and the 85 South Show, which he did a phenomenal job. I was really that nigga's funny, bro. The whole cast really. I like how they incorporated certain things from these actors and actresses, like most notable roles. So like Cole, well his name's not Cole. Carl Payne, you know, his character Cole from Martin had the whole Random Spoons idea. Well, in the play, Random Spoons was a success, and he made a bunch of money off of it. Jill Marie Jones, because her and Carl were like the leading characters in the play. Jill Marie Jones, like I said, Tony Childs from Girlfriends. You know, Tony Childs was like I think it was a lawyer or an advertisement, some high power executive, and she was like, you know, bougie and into the rich man or whatever. Not too far from what her character was in this play. It was phenomenal. I enjoyed myself. Niggas was nigging. I had a good time. After that, we went to this place called Bites for some halal food. That's fire. And then we went back to the Airbnb. Got up on Saturday. I'm not Saturday. We're on Friday now. Got up on Friday. Went to breakfast at a spot that I would not disclose the name for because I don't want you niggas going up there and crowding up the place. When I make my return back to DC, I will be going back to that spot because it's fucking amazing. They got these homemade Pop-Tarts that are like 4 times the size of the Pop-Tarts that you would get in the little silver wrapping out the Pop-Tart box out the grocery store, except for these are homemade and that shit is like not. And they taste phenomenal. We got a flight, had 3 different flavors. They were all themed after Valentine's Day. They all taste amazing. We ate them all along with the rest of our breakfast. And then we drove up a little bit towards the Baltimore area, stopped at another dispensary. Shout out to Kova. I think that's probably going to be my favorite dispensary that I've been to so far in the DMV area. But they were fire. And then we went into downtown Baltimore to go to the National Aquarium. Spent, a few hours there. The sun went down. It was like, let's explore a little bit before we had drive back to the Airbnb. Ended up on Graffiti Road, took some fire pictures, and just kind of hung out outside or whatever and just did our own thing. Drove back to the Airbnb, you know what I'm saying? Shower, bed, all that great stuff. Got up on Saturday. What we did on Saturday? Saturday was, so I was wrong. Everything we did that I said we did on Friday, the breakfast and Baltimore and dispensary and everything, that happened on Saturday. What we did on Friday was drive about 2 hours and 15 minutes down to Williamsburg, Virginia, and went to the Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, Virginia. I have an annual pass, so I get in free at all the Busch Gardens and SeaWorlds in the country. And then I get discounts and, free stuff for everybody else. So we hit up Busch Gardens. They was kind of tripping a little bit. I understand that they don't run certain rides, like these roller coasters and stuff, when the temperature is beneath a certain thing. But the temperature was not beneath that, but it was maybe like 5 or 6 degrees higher than that. So I get it. But then, because some of the rides were closed due to the temperature, as soon as they was like, rain is coming, they was like, you know what, we're going to actually close early as well. So I only got to ride like 2 rides, or no, actually we did 3. Did 3 rides, got me a new coaster ride credit by riding Pantheon. Rode that thing twice. Fire roller coaster. Really enjoyed that. I'm going to be going back to Busch Gardens, Virginia when temperatures are better and the full park is actually open so I can enjoy it. But still had a great time. Since we had to leave early because they wanted to close early, came back up to where our Airbnb was, like the area our Airbnb was. Went bowling. That was fun. 5 games. I won, but Blue put up a good fight. She gonna win. She gonna win. eventually. She won a bunch, but you know what I'm saying. And then went to dinner at Yard House. And then Saturday we did all the, Baltimore stuff, aquarium, dispensary, breakfast in the morning. So you know what happened with that. Sunday, got up, went to a brunch, fire. Japanese fusion style brunch. Not giving you the name of that one either, because I want to protect the places that bring me joy. So when I go back, definitely going there again. It was all you could eat and all you could drink, mimosas and things like that. It was fire. I really enjoyed the brunch. Everything tastes good. Literally try everything on the brunch menu except for maybe 2 things that were like so basic I ain't even really need to try. I knew what it was talking about. Everything else, tried some things multiple times. Tastes amazing. I can't wait to go back and experience that brunch spot again. After the brunch spot, we went to the National Mall area, kind of hung out there, took some pictures, and just, walked around outside. The weather was great. It was cold, but we were prepared for the cold, so it was like great. Nice breeze all day, chilly breeze at times, especially when the sun goes down. But it was fine. We enjoyed it. What else? Oh, in the National Mall area, we went to the Smithsonian Institute building to experience the African Art Museum, which the Smithsonian Institute is fire. Like, it looked like a big ass building, and it is, but like most of the museums and stuff, they're actually like underground. Like, you just going into a door, looking around at the cool stuff, and then boom, elevator and or stairs down so you can actually experience the museum. It's kind of fire. And then we went to the B campus for the American Art Museum, or the National Museum of Art. I think that's the name of it. Anyway, that was fire. Enjoyed that. Like I said, we walked that National Mall area, which is a great walk. Like I said, temperature was good, so it was nothing. After that, we went back to the Airbnb, showered, got dressed and everything, headed down to the Howard Theater in DC. Eric Bellinger's Around the World tour had a stop there for DC, and we partook. It was a good time. The man is great. He's good at performing. A very good live performer. The vocals is there. The mic definitely on. No backing track on the vocal part. Obviously, the hook and some ad libs backing track. But other than that, he was singing by himself. I was like, that's dope. I really, really love a good performer that can, sing and or rap without the help of a backing track or whatever. So that was fire. And then we went back to the Airbnb after that. Got it all cleaned up and prepared for our checkout so we can make our flight on time on Monday, which we did because we were on time and because it got delayed, which was crazy because our flight going to DC was delayed also. The Ronald Reagan Airport, I don't know why it's so fucking busy, but that shit is busy. And it's not like a super huge airport. But them motherfuckers had flight, coming in, leaving, leaving. 17 airplanes on the tarmac waiting for their time to go. 13 landing at the same guy. It was like, I'm like, I can see why things are running into each other in the air. You niggas are not giving enough time for people to get in and out. But I don't control anything there. So yeah, that was the DC trip. Had an amazing time. That's pretty much all that's been up with me, other than I also went to Louisiana Presents Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys. They had a show in Tampa. That was fire. I didn't expect the lineup to be what it was. Like, I knew the Hot Boys was on the ticket, but I didn't know the Big Timers was going to perform. I didn't know the Hot Boys were going to perform together, and then they each were going to, have a little moment to perform their like solo hits. I didn't know Wayne was going to take up. Well, I didn't know Wayne was going to take up a majority of the showtime. I didn't know he was going to take up a majority of the showtime, and then bring the Hot Boys out to perform with them, and then kick them niggas off the stage and continue to perform. It was a good show. I would say in total it was about 4 hours, and I was like, yeah, everybody get your roll on. Like, we was going through the hits for that entire like era of Young Money, Cash Money, and that shit just really like, it made me happy. I was so happy that I ended up going, because I wasn't gonna go at first, but then I decided, or Blue got the tickets, and I was like, okay, I guess we're going. And then when I got there, I'm like, I'm really glad you got them tickets, because I had a great time. But yeah, what else did I do that was like fun? I went to Monster Jam, my first time. Monster Jam has been coming to Orlando for I don't know how many years. Never was interested in going again. Well, yeah. Blue had a plug on some tickets and was like, hey, this what we doing, tag along. I'm like, okay. This shit was actually really dope, and I was so excited to see so many black people supporting the black drivers for Monster Jam. Not like it's a bunch. There's only one, if I'm not mistaken. But I was like, this is dope. I would definitely go back, given that the tickets are not expensive, if I decide to go back. What else did I do that was like fun? Just eat. Just eat food. You know what I'm saying? That's always fun. I'm talking to you, baby. It's you. Give me a. This album is fire. I don't give a fuck what everybody else talking about. My review will come out, and we're gonna address some things. Moving forward, in the gaming world, PlayStation had a game showcase. I miss you. Let me see. I'm talking to you, baby. You. Drake is not a great singer, but he do what he can, and I'm not mad. Let me see. I'm in you. Okay, yeah. So they had like a game showcase. I don't know. It was average. I don't think Sony or PlayStation, they like super invested in trying to wow us with these game showcases or state of plays or whatever the fuck. Then they just kind of out here do whatever they want to do. So with that being said, War Robots Frontier, it looks good. I'm interested, but what I'm more so interested in is that Mecha Break game that is over on PC. They need to hurry up and bring that shit to console, because I really want to fucking play that. That shit looks amazing. But then outside of that, this Lies of P, what's that word? Lies of P Overture. That looked really good, and I didn't play the first Lies of P, so this is gonna make me circle the block, spin it on their ass, and try to play it, because that looks fire. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Never played a Metal Gear Solid game because they're normally on Xbox, but this one's coming to PlayStation, so I'm gonna give it a try because I've always been interested. What else? Split Fiction comes out today at time of recording. That should be in my cart. I'm gonna make sure I have the funds, and I will be pressing play on that game because I've been waiting for that since they debuted the trailer at the Game Awards. Monster Hunter Wilds came out. Heard there's some little issues happening, but overall people are enjoying the game. I might check it out. I don't mind Monster Hunter. I played Monster Hunter World consistently for like a month straight before I was like, okay, I understand the appeal. I'll pop in when I got a group of people that I can run the game with. Never found a group of people to run the game with, but it's still a good game nonetheless, and I could have played solo. I just didn't want to because there's a lot to do just by yourself. Borderlands 4 got a release date. I got into Borderlands like after 3. I found Borderlands, all the Borderlands, one of them was on sale. Borderlands 3 was on sale, and then the first 2 was like in a bundle from GameStop. It was basically given away. It was like $7 for Borderlands 1 and 2. So I bought them all. Obviously, haven't played Borderlands 1 and 2, but I played a little bit of 3. It's a fun game. I think I'm going to jump in on 4 when like the hype is there and stuff, and like try to find a community, because I definitely understand the importance of Borderlands to the gaming landscape, and I want to play. So I think that's going to be dope. What else happened in the gaming world? Marvel Rivals Fire season 1.5 update or whatever. Okay. I had high expectations for Human Torch. He ain't living up. He's not. I like him. I'm gonna still try to like learn him or whatever so I can main him. But ultimately, I'm gonna stick with Storm for my DPS. Learn or my, what they call the attack characters or the damage characters, what they call vanguards. They got weird strategists. I know that's the healers. Fuck it. For my damage character, nigga, I'm going to continue to play with Storm. And what's his name? Peter Quill. What's it? Star-Lord. Who else I'll be playing with? I'm trying to learn Psylocke, but she a little difficult. Once I get the hang of her, though, definitely gonna be a main. I might try Moon Knight again. This is because I'm a Cloak and Dagger main, and I want to understand how to utilize him as well for when somebody takes Cloak and Dagger from me and I'm forced to play another character. So, because I'm really big on the team ups. Like I'm going to make sure my team has at least one team up on there so that we can like have some kind of competitive advantage or something, so we can actually try to win. But the 1.5 update is cool. Like I said, I was let down by Human Torch, but the thing, he's actually solid. I'm trying to learn him so he can be one of my tank mains, because right now the only tank that I really play decent in my opinion is Magneto. I'm trying with Doctor Strange, but his like primary fire it's not doing enough for me. So I just been stuck with Magneto, but I'm gonna try Thing because he's dope and he's not hard to learn either. So yeah, everything with Marvel Rivals is going good. Overwatch finally put out an update that's like tugging at me, like it's making me really I've been splitting my time between Marvel Rivals and Overwatch, and I think Overwatch is really fighting for my love and affection. And I'm giving it because they did good with this little perk system that they added. I was like, okay, I see what you're doing and I like it. Otherwise the game is pretty much the same, which is not a bad thing because Overwatch is the GOAT as far as I'm concerned. And it walked so Marvel Rivals can fucking fly. So it is what it is. I'll just be playing both. I'm not picking either or. What else happened in the gaming space I want to talk about? I think that's pretty much it. TV and film and stuff. I don't think I've seen a movie since I went to the movies to see One of Them Days. But TV, on the other hand, I've been watching the fuck out of. What show did I complete recently? And I was kind of bummed that I finished it. I'm like, damn, where the next season at? Right, motherfucking now. The Upshaws. Yeah, which I think I talked to y'all about that a little bit. But I started Spider-Man. What was this? Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man? Whatever the new Spider-Man is with the cool art style on Disney Plus. I'm like 2 episodes away from finishing the first season, or the only season out so far. It's really good. It's really good. I'm thoroughly like surprised and happy and appreciative of the way that they did this particular iteration of Spider-Man. Nico Minoru is in there, so I'm thinking the Midnight Suns will make an appearance somewhere down the line in this series. Norman and Harry Osborn, they're black, so the Osborn family is black. Like, I know the Osborn family, they're kind of like evil a little bit, but the way they portraying them in this particular iteration of Spider-Man, they're not as evil as the white Osborns. But show is good. What else? Solo Leveling. I am caught up on that, or at least as much as I can be based on what's on Crunchyroll, because the dub, not subbed. I don't give a fuck. Oh, you watching dub? That's not real. No, sir. I don't care. I'm gonna watch dub anime. We talked about this plenty of times on this podcast. I don't give a fuck about what somebody think about me watching dub animes, because I'm watching them. The Avatar Last Airbender live action on Netflix. I finished that, and I'm ready for the next season to come out. What else I've been watching? Oh, Daredevil Born Again just premiered. I watched the first. The Spanish people, they not feeling this Micha Padre. We're gonna talk about this album. What's the name of the show? I can't think of what the name. But either way, yeah, I just finished. I didn't just finish, but I finished Avatar, waiting for the next season to come out. Solo Leveling. What? The Spider-Man. Oh, Born Again. Daredevil. I am 30 minutes in to the first episode. It's good. I just didn't finish it because I think I got tired. But I think that's it for TV and film. Music wise, like I said, you hear it. Listening to some sexy songs for you. GNX, obviously, I'm pretty sure I showed that album plenty of love. I haven't done a review on it yet because Kendrick is supposed to be dropping a deluxe. I think he's going to drop it right before the tour starts. So I'm just waiting to review. But I really want to get into the album as well. Because what I'm not liking about, I don't know, hip hop right now and all of these like cultural critics and stuff, y'all are really stuck on this Kendrick and Drake beef. And while I understand, because it's very, very entertaining, clearly Drake lost, and both guys are like, I mean, they still acknowledging the beef, but they're like doing things to like start to move forward. GNX is a really, really great Kendrick album. It's really, really fire. I think my favorite, well, I ain't gonna say that because it's really hard to pick a favorite out of Kendrick's catalog, to be honest. Like, all of his albums have been really amazing to me. But GNX is another amazing project, and I just feel like because it came out so close to the Drake beef and everything like that, like, people ain't really get into it like they should have, because outside of, like Squabble Up and TV Off, and then this him mentioning Drake, the Drake bars in there, or disses or whatever, sneak jabs, whatever, and then Luther with SZA, like that album is good. That album is amazing. Dodger Blue, Reincarnated. Listen, Kendrick did something amazing with that fucking record. I'm gonna get into it like deeply. I'm gonna do a full review when he drops the deluxe. If the deluxe ain't dropped by the time tour come out, because I'm going to see him on tour. If deluxe don't come out by the time the tour drop, then I'm just gonna do an album review on what's out and call it a day. But outside of that, I ain't really been like fucking with something. I playlisted a few things. Matter of fact, let me pull that up so I can just make mention of it right quick. E. Is it? E. Is it? E. Is it? This the one right here. No kill? What the fuck the function? What about the function? Okay, so I'm playlisted a bunch of shit that I don't think I talked to y'all about. So Diamond Boy from SZA's Lana Deluxe or whatever, that's like, I feel like SZA be singing directly to me whenever she made music. I just do. Like, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. I don't get a whole lot. I don't know. I ain't even gonna get into it because I feel like I'm gonna say something that's not necessarily true. But when SZA, yeah, Offset, I'm a fan. I just have to go ahead and acknowledge it. It just is what it is. If I get a chance to see him live, I'm pulling up to his set. Cause Swing My Way, love that song. Boss Man put an album out. And I got a couple songs off of their playlisted. Rock 49 had a song coming out I was fucking with. Melvoni is back on the playlist with Ruin the Moment and Ruin the Moment 2. I was like, this nigga put out the part 1 and 2 of the song at the same time, and they both slide. Got a playlist on both. LaTyler and NLE Chopper with that 444 song. I really, really fuck with that. I'ma Step Up. Tom G and Lil Duval and Mike Smith. Love it. Sailor and Summer Walker. Hey Boogie. I fuck with that song too. Just a bunch of good music that came out as of late. I'm cool with it. I got put on to my playlist or Spotify through some in there, and I was like, oh wait. So I listened to their latest offering. It's fire. Who would have thought? Lil Yachty and V's got a new record out I fuck with. Travis with 4x4. Like, music's been musicking, and I've been enjoying it. But I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to tap in with y'all real quick and like save my piece. That's why it's called a save point. I'm saving everything that's happened that I haven't gotten a chance to talk to you about on the podcast right now, so then I could just move on comfortably with the new trending topics or things that I want to blurt out about. So yeah, that's it for this particular episode of Sapph Out Loud. If I missed anything I want to mention, it'll probably come out on another episode at some point in time. But yeah, keep your ears peeled, your eyes peeled, whatever the saying is. You know what? Actually follow, like, share, subscribe, whatever you got to do to be notified when the next couple episodes and everything come out from this podcast. I think people are going to enjoy my review of this Sexy Songs for You album, because I'm paying attention to the lyrics and I'm noticing something that I haven't seen anybody talk about. So you might want to come in here for that. And then obviously when I get around to the GNX, that's going to be fire. And then a bunch of other shit. I'm going to be reviewing the Spider-Man show when I finish it. I think it's Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man or what. I don't know the full title, but it's on there. Yeah, I got stuff to talk about coming up soon. On top of the fact that I'm going to be traveling again, because I'm going to Dreamville Festival in April, the final one, 5th and final one. Hopefully this lineup is fire. They still haven't released it. Hopefully J. Cole decide he want to put this fucking album out, so we got some new music from him to like sing along to when he decides he's gonna headline the closing night like he always does, even though the other artists should get a chance to do that. But yeah, more adventures in my world coming up. Going to the Strawberry Festival Sunday. I might talk about that because the food there is fire. Yeah, just tap in. Make sure you do whatever you need to do so you can get the notifications when I put an episode out. That's it. Thank you for tuning in. I am Brian Sapph. That is BRIANSAPPH on Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, even though I ain't posting nothing on there in forever. YouTube, where you can listen to this episode. If you're listening here from YouTube, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I don't know how, but you found me. But that's it. I'll catch y'all on the next one.